How's it going, Guardians? Shifty here, and today I'm back with another Legend Lost sector guide. Now, on top of the ability to focus farm exotics in these Legend Lost sectors, they are a great way to farm platinum medals for the Guardian games. The Legend and Master Lost sectors are on a rotation, so some days there's going to be easier ones, some days there's going to be a little bit harder ones, but today I'm back with a guide for the K1 Revelations Legend Lost sector on the moon. This one is a little bit more on the difficult side compared to the Throne World or Dreaming City Lost sectors. So K1 Revelation has Barrier and Unstoppable champions, it has Void Burn, and it's going to have Arc Shields. Of course, the recommended power for Legend is 1550, but the recommended power for Master is going to be 1580. Alright, so for this run I am going to be running on a Warlock, however the strategy I'm going to use pretty much works the same for a Hunter or a Titan. If you have any questions on what you should change, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer as best as I can. But since I am on a Warlock, I am running the Cataclysm Nova Bomb. I do have the Vortex Grenade. For my aspects, I'm running Chaos Accelerant and Feed the Void. Then for my fragments, I have Echo of Undermining, I have Echo of Remnants, and I have Echo of Domineering, and this is going to be extremely useful for the particular exotic heavy weapon that I'm using. Here, we have after suppressing a target, you gain greatly increased mobility for a short duration, and your equipped weapon is reloaded from reserves. Alright, so that does bring me to my weapon selection. In my kinetic slot, I have the Peace of Mind Pulse Rifle, and I'm going to be using this for Unstoppable champions. Now, of course, everybody already knows about the Arbalist for Barrier champions, so if you want to use this weapon instead, go ahead and put that in your kinetic slot. However, since I'm not using Arbalist in my energy slot, I have the Pointed Inquiry Void Scout Rifle with Adaptive Munitions. That's a very good perk if you're not going to be using Arbalist. This is going to allow me to take out Arc Shields without needing Arc damage, and it's also going to be great for Barrier champions. In addition to that, this is a Void weapon, and since Void Burn is on, I'm going to be getting a 50% Void damage boost. And finally, in my heavy slot, I have the Two-Tailed Fox, which fires a Void and a Solar Rocket. Now, that Void Rocket does end up suppressing enemies, so with the Echo of Domineering Fragment, that will automatically reload the Two-Tailed Fox so I can shoot 2 shots back to back. This is going to make it a pretty great weapon for this lost sector, because not only that, but the Void Rocket will get that 50% damage boost. So of course, if you're using Arbalist, you can't use the Two-Tailed Fox, so in that case I would recommend using some sort of Void Rocket Launcher. Also, I forgot to mention, but if you are using Arbalist, I would go with a Void Pulse Rifle or a Void Hand Cannon in your energy slot. Now, as for my armor mods, I'll just quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. Also, if you're using Arbalist instead, I would recommend switching out your anti-champion mods. Of course, you don't need Anti-Barrier Scout, and you would either want Unstoppable Pulse or Unstoppable Hand Cannon. And that is it for my loadout here. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comment section down below. Also, before we get into the run, if you end up enjoying today's video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. With that said, let's get into a live commentary run of the K1 Revelations Legend Lost sector on the moon. Alright, so right off the bat here, there's going to be several acolytes. I recommend throwing a grenade over there. It'll take out quite a few of the acolytes right away. And then we're just going to try to clear out the area for the most part. For me personally, I am using double primaries in this run, but of course Arbalist is going to make a great anti-barrier weapon. But I know everybody already knows about Arbalist, so I decided to go with the Scout Rifle in this case instead. We're going to have a Barrier Champion. Sometimes this Barrier Champion isn't up here like this. Now, I do have Adaptive Munitions here on the Scout Rifle, so it makes taking out Barrier Champion shields extremely easy. A really great perk for barriers and unmatching shield types. Toss my melee down there real quick. And all of those enemies are cleared out. Now, at this point, I don't want to move any farther forward. Doing so will open up the Shrieker. I want to try to take out as many of these acolytes as I can right away. Then when I'm ready, I'm going to push past that box. The Shrieker should open. I'm going to fire a rocket, then quickly get up to these boxes right here. Next up, I'm going to go for this second Barrier Champion. I'm going to toss a Weakening Grenade on it. Easily take out the shield with adaptive munitions. I could use a rocket, but it's almost dead, so I didn't bother with it. Grab that heavy ammo quick. Take out some of these acolytes. Try to avoid the grenades if you can, as you can see. Multiple of those grenades are coming in. Again, I'm just trying to clear out as many of these acolytes as I can right off the bat. Toss a grenade on that group right there. Perfect. And scout rifles are excellent weapons at range, and not only that, but this gives a 50% damage boost here. Now, I did mention there are arc shields, and you may notice I don't have any single arc weapon. That's because I'm going to use adaptive munitions in that case. Again, if you want to use Arbalest, that will work perfectly fine against the arc shields. And here's an arc shield. And just like that, the arc shield is down. And the knight is down. Now the unstoppable champion has spawned, as you can see right there. I'm going to stun it. Watch this when I rock it. My two-tailed fox reloaded. And that's because of one of the void fragments that I'm using. When you suppress an enemy, it automatically reloads your currently equipped weapon. And two-tailed fox does end up suppressing enemies. I'm going to push forward a little bit. I want to avoid the enemies that are up top. Let's take out this acolyte here. I'm actually going to send a rocket up there, see how many of those enemies I can take out. That'll help me avoid any grenade spam later on. Likewise, I'm going to toss a grenade here in the middle. This will help me avoid a little bit of grenade spam as well. And you can see right here, we have another arc shielded knight, adaptive munitions. And we should have another unstoppable spawning. Make sure I reload. Stun. Rocket. Reload. Rocket. Works out extremely well with that void fragment. And so I am taking this one just a little bit slower just so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Once you get practice in, you can definitely run this one a little bit faster than I am currently doing. Alright, we do have one more arc shielded knight. Again, adaptive munitions will make this easy. One thing I wish about this scout rifle is that the magazine size was just a little bit bigger. Alright, we should have an unstoppable coming out. Let's take out some of these acolytes here while I wait. There's the unstoppable. Stun. Wait. Rocket again. Perfect. Pick up all this heavy ammo lying around. I don't need to pick that up. I'm already full. Now it's time to shoot the last crystal. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to wait a second. I'm going to toss a weakening grenade. Since I'm on a warlock, I'll go ahead and Nova Bomb. And you can see there's a barrier champion that I also weakened with those rockets. And I'm going to finish it off right here with another two-tailed fox blast. I'm going to take out some of these void snipers in the distance. I have a grenade ready again. So I can toss it on this group of ads right here. Now you can take out these enemies like I'm currently doing, or you can try to run past them and go straight for the chest. I'm just going to finish off the enemies real quick. Shouldn't take too long. And now I can go for the chest. I believe there's one more enemy, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Get up here and grab the chest. Now for that final boss fight, if you are on a Titan, You won't really be able to super the boss, so you'll have to rely on your rockets. If you're on a hunter, you can go ahead and use Mobius Quiver Tether, and then go invis up to the chest. Titans, you can use your Sentinel Shield super, and actually use that to get past all the enemies after you've killed the boss to get to the chest. Other than that, the run shouldn't be too much different on a Titan or a hunter. So I'm just going to leave it at this one run for today's video. Now, if you do have questions on what you might want to change for a hunter or Titan run, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you found this video useful, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.